Midwest SBL, louder than ever, bringing you the fire. It's DJ Rusticles.
Are you motherfuckers ready?
Hey, everybody.
Let's do it.
It's the loudest show around. Sundown After Dark with your host Brian Chamberlain, presented by Sundown Audio.
And it is Sundown After Dark, episode 19, and we're going to do it live for you folks. And here we are. Look, Jake, he's still on his phone doing gay things.
Promoing, bro.
I just saw, like, elephants.
Elephants?
Oh, it was an ad. No, it's good now.
What are you looking at?
Sharing.
No, they were like, it was an ad for,
Oh,
like,
yeah, I set up for
Galaxy or
monetization, so, like, when people click the link, they see a stupid little ad first, and then,
okay. Well,
gotta try to make money somehow.
Before we do anything else, Brian, I got to say one thing. I got to say congratulations to Scotty Johnson on his new baby girl.
Just had it, right?
Yeah, just saw the picture on Facebook.
Hell yeah.
So the baby and Scotty's fiance, I believe. I don't think they got married yet. Fiance, Karina.
Yeah.
Both doing great. Beautiful baby. So I want to say congratulations to them.
Scotty Johnson, owner of Excess Power,
Scotty
just had
Johnson.
a baby. So congratulations, Scotty.
Oh, I got to watch the live comments. Let me get my thing signed
Yeah,
on
yeah,
here.
yeah. So yeah, we wanted to do a show live for you today. Couldn't do it yesterday. Couldn't record yesterday because nobody could make it. Actually, and Thomas still couldn't make the show today, and Donnie's gonna be leaving early, and maybe we can get some other people to pop on in, maybe when they're done work. I don't know. Anyway, if anybody here in the building at Sundown's watching the show live, you're welcome to pop on in the podcast and talk to the folks. And we want to hear your questions, We want to see your questions. Go ahead and chat with us live on YouTube. And don't forget to share this on social media. We want to get as much people watching as we can. Right now we got 14 watching. Hope to bring it up to at least 100 if that's possible.
Yeah, there's live chat. It's coming up.
All right. Let's see. We got some questions.
Dustin says too early.
Yeah. So Dustin actually was thinking about coming up here if we can do the show at 8 o'clock, but nobody was able to do it at 8 o'clock. So maybe next time.
Kendrell says, where's Thomas? Kendrell, there is currently a tornado warning in Troutman where Thomas lives, so he's going back there.
We just had a really nasty storm roll through here.
Safeguard his family and
not
such.
long ago, and then it's hitting a couple towns over. Apparently there's tornadoes happening right now as we speak.
I think
I've already got a question.
We're going to get the guys on from Amp Lab on the show, Sundown show, right? Maybe.
Well, during our show, the Sundown Audio show, August 17th, actually the 16th, I'm hoping to have like an all-day show event here on the podcast, like an all-day podcast. I don't know if I can make it that long, but it'd be freaking awesome if we can do that.
Hey, someone already asked any Neo 10s in the making. What do you mean by that? Do you mean like mid-ranges or do you mean subs? If you mean subs, the new SPL is already available in a 10.
Yeah, NSV 410.
And SV4 is available in a 10. If you mean mids, not at the moment.
SD4 will be Neo.
Subs. I mean subs.
Yeah, SD4 sub, yeah.
Yep. The SD4, which is already a fairly light, shallow mount woofer, will be even lighter and somewhat shallow. Well, somewhat shallower depending on the situation.
It's the same depth as the 3.
Yeah, but it's going to be won't have as big of a diameter on the magnet because it's a Neo magnet.
So what do we got here? Any chance of a mini 4-channel? Yes, the SAM 65x4 is in production.
Corey says, first time listening. Thank you, Corey. And spraying sugarcane at the moment. I don't know what you're doing. What are you spraying it with, Corey? We want to know that.
So can the SA12 handle 2K RMS in music? I would not suggest that. I'm not saying that people haven't done it. There we go. Kendrell says, are the tariffs keeping the new tweeters away? Yes, the tariffs basically murdered my cash flow to the tune of like high, mid 6 figures region. So I haven't been able to put forth the tooling for those.
Yeah, the tariffs are like fucking not just us, but America, unfortunately. And I hate to say it like that. Yeah, we need jobs back in America, but it's...
Yep.
Someone says it's being done the wrong way.
Someone says, how's the new warehouse going? Well, I've been doing paperwork towards like the lenders and all that shit like all day. So it looks good. So it's just a lot of work.
Dustin says he's down for the 16th show. Well, dude, we're on show 19 right now.
No, wait, what?
For the 6th. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, on the day.
You know what? We need to start naming things differently. Yes, so Dustin, if you're here on the 16th when I want to do the all-day show, definitely pop in. That'd be awesome.
Any Obsidian subs in the warehouse? I don't know. There might be some like random ones in the arsenal
Sometimes
area.
Nick has one just kicking around.
Some of those boxes are just filled with
Some are
not
just boxes.
subs. Yeah, they're just boxes. Because we moved a lot of them when we put in that room.
Yeah.
Shit. Steven Adams, how do you destroy a coil like Keith Sanders? I don't really know, man.
Dude, that was straight lightning.
I don't know. Keith is a professional. I don't know.
That
He's
was
doing some next level
pure
shit there.
lightning in that woofer. I've never seen a former just like that.
I don't think I know what you're talking about. I know he ordered some recones.
Like from the coil all the way up to the triple joint ring, there's like a hole in the former. Like it looks like lightning burnt through.
Yeah, it's
the coil.
where the lead
Holy
comes
cow.
down through the was that Nomex into the coil winding. It's like lightning hit that fucking thing. I would show the people, but I don't have that set up yet on this
Hey,
computer.
Dustin, I will show you how to smoke a cigar. We can have one.
Called a couple days ago, experiencing amazing customer service. Well, thank you, Byron.
All right.
That was probably Donnie you spoke with, unless it was some technical shit. Then I may have answered your question. Super technical. Donnie, you're getting better at some technical stuff.
Yeah, I'm
You
trying,
are.
man. I'm trying.
I hear you in there. I listen.
Oh,
So-
thanks,
I
bud.
listen.
They say, when am I releasing the
I appreciate
SA 6.5 V2? I assume you mean the subwoofer. Currently have no plans. I'm very happy with the current SA6.5 subwoofer. I haven't even started on a V2. Haven't prototyped it. Haven't
Just
drawn
so much
anything.
shit in the works anyway.
Yeah,
Just
like
let
the-
that roll for a little
Well,
while.
the SA6.5 is. I mean, we're actually having a hard time keeping them in stock with the way everything is, like with supply chain and all that. So my first concentration is to get them in stock steady.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
and we really don't.
haven't.
We don't even see. It's rare to see one back for RMA.
Can I have a beer, please? Yeah, we don't get many back for returns, warranty purposes.
So like, I really haven't seen any weaknesses with the driver. Like everything is just
Thank you, sir.
working as expected.
Yeah. Just for reference, if you do have an SA6.5, try doing about a quarter cubic foot ported per woofer, and each woofer has a displacement of like 0.03 cubic foot. So they don't
Very
need
tiny.
they don't need a big box at all. Seen a lot of trucks being built with multiples under the seats, like 4 to 6 of them, which is pretty kick-ass. So, but anyway, yeah, quarter cubic foot a piece on the 6.5s. That goes for the X6.5 as well. Although that may be changing when the new version 3 comes out, which we don't have any ETA on that yet.
There's a Kyle Wilson.
8 cubes gross. Let's see.
What's that?
Kyle Wilson has 8 cubes gross.
Do a pair of X15s, and you'll need a net volume of 5 cubic foot.
Dustin says 2 ZB5 15s. I would do
Did I
2.
say 12s or 15s?
I would do 2 Nightshade 15s, man.
But he
That's what I
said
would do.
gross, though.
Yeah.
So your net's going to be a whole lot smaller, so do 12s. That way you have the room
No,
to
I mean,
do
it's 8 cubes. He can do 2 15s. He should be able to. Nightshades.
The SCV
Nightshades, you can shrink it
7500
down.
should be in soon, in the next 3
No.
weeks.
I would do it. Or you could get ZV5s with 8 layers and put them in like 3 cubes.
I mean, you can do SPL cones. 8 cubes. 8 cubes gross. That's going to be like about 6 cubes net when you're all said and
I
done.
think ZV5s with 8 layers would actually do very well in that.
Yeah,
now that I think about it, yeah.
that'd be more of a numbers build anyway.
7500s will be back in stock.
Hey, G. You want to sit here?
Hey.
Probably
What?
late June.
Hey, just sit for like a minute. We'll let the
Just
people
like-
see you.
Say hi.
Put the headphones on, man. Put the headphones on.
I don't see Giovanni. Where
We
is
got
he?
G.
Well, it's got to catch up, I
Yeah,
think.
you're a
Oh,
couple
there he
seconds
comes. There he
behind.
comes.
Hey, G, say something.
Hello, y'all. Make sure to follow us
Yeah.
on Facebook, Instagram.
Hey, Hunter,
at
what's up?
Sundown
There you
Audio.
Could put your plug in there.
We're trying to get some followers and more money.
Hunter brought all the whiskey, guys.
No.
Uh-oh. You know, I opened this beer. I haven't even drank the damn thing yet.
Hey, that beer that Thomas gave me is really
Dustin, who's homeless?
Oh, Voodoo
good. I'm
Ranger.
homeless. I need a house. Somebody want to let me have one?
Jesus, G.
I would take that for free.
Gee, we need to shack up together. Not in that way, by the way.
What about the
I'm down to do whatever, Brian.
Dazzle place?
I need a couple rooms. I need like a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom
There's
house.
2
No,
bed-
Gio's
That
not
would be
homeless,
nice.
man.
There's 2 bedrooms in that.
Hey, G's homeless. If you want to donate a
Three,
house,
at
I'll
least
take it
3.
for free.
From the kids.
I would gladly take a trailer
Hey,
park.
hey, Hunter's building a house. You could live with him, bro.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
Hunter.
He's going to be next
Building
to his
that
parents. I don't
mansion.
know about that.
Building that mansion.
Yes,
Quiet,
sir.
man.
All right, folks.
I
don't
heard it
forget-
was going to be 5,000 square feet with an 8-car garage.
Is he homeless?
No.
Hey, did you answer? did you answer Kendrill's when's the 7500s?
I did, late
I already
June.
did.
Late
Yeah.
June.
I don't pay attention. I'm just here hitting buttons and shit.
Thanks, Brian.
There's a button right there.
Thank you, Brian.
Whoo! Here's another button. There's a button there.
Gee, I had to
Oh.
get my Modelo's in before the tariff hits, man.
That's crazy.
Dude, is that gonna be a thing too, even for alcohol?
I have like
yeah,
48
this is
of
like-
them at
like
my
an extra-
house.
It was a blanket tariff, everything.
For everything coming through Mexico.
Uh-huh.
So this whole
Gio,
tariffs thing,
what's
there's
up?
even more shit gonna be tariffed
Mhm.
from Mexico now, and it's gonna be just everything apparently.
Starting at 5%, then additional 5% per month until it hits 25% in November.
Hey, I like
Ain't nobody
the
got time
guy
for
that
that.
he has 4 ZV515s. That's cool. I have nothing in my car.
Damn it, G. Won't you fix the car, maybe?
So
It's
Corey,
getting fixed this
Corey
weekend.
is spreading
I'm excited about that.
herbicides. All right.
So, Steven Adams, who are these fellas? Steven, we have Hunter, the legendary machine. Then we
What's
have
up,
Giovanni over here, who used to be all over YouTube with the ZV4 back in the day.
Yep.
Yes.
Giovanni is my wife's cousin, so he's kind of like my son almost. Feel
What's
like
up, father?
You can
Yeah.
back up a little bit from that, Gio. There you
I
go.
feel good touching it. It makes me feel good.
I'm gonna have to crank yours down.
It makes me feel like I'm playing Fortnite because I can
It's
hear myself.
Big, furry, and
Oh,
black. You
Lord.
like that on your mouth, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Hey, Brian, when you guys shack up, you're going to learn.
Oh.
That's a good one.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I about to call you Brian, Hunter.
Oh, God.
Hunter's only half the man he needs to be Brian.
So I think so we
Yeah.
usually don't do a live show this early, and I know there's a lot of people still working. So that's probably why we're not getting so many questions in. But folks, please get on your social media and share this, and try to get the word out there.
Yes, these turfs do suck. We do not like them.
So a guy asked me what sub of mine is most comparable to a W7. I would directly comparable something. I'll probably say the ZV5, but it's a little tricky because the W7 is a little bit more geared towards sealed enclosures.
I gear people towards an X because I always ask them, okay, do you like...
Well, the reason I point them towards the ZV5 is because the W7 has a shit ton of linear excursion, and
Right.
you really need to get to a Z to get that,
But output-wise...
Stevie's too busy being an FBI spy agent right now, so he can't join
Stevie has never been on the
the
show.
web.
Yeah?
The
He's probably...
broadcast.
No, he's not working right now. He probably,
So
probably clocked
like
out.
a ZV5, I wouldn't really seal one of those up until you get to an 18,
Yeah.
because then the Q and VAS is all good.
You know,
at
I've
that
had a
point.
lot of people ask, when it comes to X's and Z's, if they can do them in a sealed enclosure. And a little hesitant. You are going to lose a lot of output
I would
that way.
absolutely not seal the 10 or the 12.
No?
I would maybe consider the 15. I would seal the 18. And in fact, I'm actually going to run two ZV5 18 sealed
Explain
in my
why
home
not
theater.
to do a 10 or a 12.
Because
I'm
you're going to
curious
have
myself.
no low end whatsoever. You can model it up, Brian. Your F3 is going to. I'm just shooting this off the cuff, but it's probably
Right.
going to be 50 or 60 hertz.
What if you do a little bigger box?
It doesn't matter.
No.
The 707 alignment has the lowest F3, and the 707 alignment for a ZV5 10 or 12 again, if shooting at the hip, is probably like a freaking half cubic foot or something.
I will say we've had people do it and they've enjoyed how it sounds.
I mean, it's not going to sound bad.
like,
Don't get me wrong.
let's say we've had people do it in their homes and be super happy. Maybe like a downfire box in the corner of the room.
With the ZV5 10 or 12, the low end is not going to be there.
If they use a softer spider, actually, if people ask and they don't have the woofer yet, I usually tell them to go with a softer spider.
That would help a little bit to get your VAS up and stuff. But dude, it's just like too much
I like speakers.
woofer.
Why not 4-inch VC?
4-inch voice coils are gonna be our Team Series woofers.
Yeah. So the reason that I don't use 4-inch coils on more stuff is that it's just more to drive, and then it's less spider. So it's like you're basically you're giving yourself new challenges to overcome. So I feel like it's only necessary at a certain point when you have that much power.
Yeah.
Like we get so much power handling out of a 3-inch coil with our Z and our Nightshade that I don't feel like it's necessary for that power range. Like if you're running 2,000 to 3,000 watts, like people that run ZV5s are running, there's no advantage going to 4-inch
You
coil.
get so much more moving mass that way. If things are heavier, there's more to go wrong.
Well, I wouldn't say it's just more to go wrong, but like you're losing spider diameter, you're gaining mass, and shit like that.
Well, guys,
See ya, Hunter.
unfortunately, I
Bye,
have
Hunter.
to leave. I gotta go take care of my daughter. I
You
will
leaving
be-
too?
Yes, I have to go take care of the baby.
Will you be a good
unfortunately.
daddy?
See you, G.
I will.
Take care.
I'm
not baby's pappy.
I kind of need to leave soon.
I'm gonna
too.
have to come again though.
Let's see.
Hey, if there's anybody
We're
out
good.
there, I really actually do need to leave soon.
Yeah,
If
Steven.
there-
So,
hey, G, if you see anybody out there, tell them they have to be on the show.
Steven, I'm putting two ZV5 18s sealed in my home theater. I'm going to put the brown X spiders on them. I'm actually developing a home theater amp just for that purpose, and then I'm also going to sell it.
Using the technology.
Not the first. The first model won't.
No?
The first model is going to be some existing like high fidelity Class D stuff, so I can
Mhm.
get something on the market. But I do plan developing home theater models with my proprietary made in USA tech at a later time.
Dutchman 1 said, I was thinking even more thermal capacity.
That's true. Going to 4-inch, yes.
Yeah. 4-inch coil does handle more power, but say you are only running 2,000 to 3,000 watts. There's no reason to use a 4-inch coil. That's why we start the 4-inch coil at the team.
Charlie's watching. That's the guy who did the painting back here. He asks when's our booze or Jake's booze coming to North Carolina.
North Carolina is so communist for it.
I thought we were going to have samples for this show. When are we
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
get?
I have to
We're supposed
actually-
get
I have to
samples.
Hey,
actually-
I've got some shine here.
You're not supposed to ship stuff, so I need to drive.
Actual real shine.
Where I'm an equity owner, I can drive up there and bring I believe 2 bottles back with me. So, and we have a question: what's the reason for a shorting ring on the SA12? Shorting ring, especially in an overhung driver like that, a shorting ring on the Magnet ID really serves to linearize the LE curve. Otherwise, your LE curve is kind of like a hill. It's like this. So, more like
It
yeah, I would
lowers
do it this way.
lowers
So-
inductance.
It lowers inductance on the backstroke.
Yeah.
So what you have on an overhung driver, your inductance drops on the forward stroke because your pole acts like an iron core, and iron core inductors have a higher inductance value. And so as the coil starts going up away from the pole, your inductance decreases as there's less metal in the core. And then when it goes down, the inductance increases. Now, what you do with a Magnet ID shorting ring is it actually creates a lowering effect on the backstroke. So you end up with an actual even LE curve. So what you don't want your inductance to be super high on the backstroke and then super low in the forward stroke. The best, I guess the best analogy I got for that was from Dan Wiggins. He says, well, imagine, because an inductor is like a low pass filter.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have your inductance like this, it's like this, because it's like your low pass is going up and down as the woofer moves back and forth. Yeah. So it's like you're allowing more high frequencies on the upstroke and then you're cutting them off on the downstroke. So it creates a really uneven, weird sound.
Stephen Adams wants to know about brown spiders on ZV5. Could it be done?
Yeah.
It's not too loose. Obviously, be a little careful with how much power you put on that woofer because it's going to want to move. Actually, for a lower power situation, I would kind of I wouldn't mind going to the XC or the brown spider. That's going to lower your FS. You can play super low, so just be careful with the amount of power you're going to throw at that, though. I would still suggest the same box information, running 8K, update on new components. They'll be here hopefully in August.
Correct.
New components. Actually, all new speakers in general when it comes to coaxes and components from the SD series to the SA series.
Hold on.
What you doing there, Jake?
Look at the teacher and Charlie Brown. That's a good one.
Oh, you got to get a charger?
Yeah, my phone is...
I gotta leave. I wish somebody would take my spot.
I'll go find somebody.
Well, I want to finish my beer. I do have to finish my beer.
All right. Hey, Ronnie's watching. Hey there, Ronnie. Hope to see you in August.
So is cooling hard to design? I would say the challenging part is learning how to do it right, which I spent a lot of time doing. Spent a lot of money blowing up drivers and comparing things. So, but once you know what to do, you know the basic, you have to create an air flow. What you don't want is just the same air going back and forth. You got to get the air to move. Because if you have the same hot air just flowing back and forth, you're not doing shit. Or if you don't have any flow at all.
Can you grab one of the speakers from the component set? Where was that? Can you say what changes will be in the new set?
The new SA component set, I always asking
Yeah,
about?
Jeff, we've got them sitting right. They're in a box. See that brown box over there?
The changes are very minimal. Honestly, it's the biggest change
is
that we're using a carbon cone now.
There's good thing. I'll show you guys what the big difference is here. The noticeable difference.
Ronnie's worried about the NSV48. Don't worry about it, Ronnie.
Right.
Well, as long as they don't cut Neo off, you're right. So
Shit.
I'm trying to bring in extra Neo to stock up, but there's only so much I can do.
I didn't set that one up. Hold on here.
And what else do we have?
Here you go. Check this out, folks. Here's what the new sets of speakers, either SA or the SDs are going to look like this too, right? Or no?
I haven't redone the SD yet.
So SA series, either the coax or the components are going to have this carbon fiber on it. This is real carbon fiber. That's the biggest change when it comes to cosmetics, and there are some changes when it comes to how the speaker actually works too.
Yeah,
there it is.
NSV48? What?
So someone said something about a 5-channel with a bigger 5th channel. I'm not really working anything right now. I'm not going to say that I'm not gonna, but I'm not really doing anything right now.
ZV6, when's it coming out?
I got 2 prototypes. So what my plan is I want to launch the ZV6 with several new features all at the same time. I'm working on that new W surround and all that. So when I launch the ZV6, I'd like to come with that. But
we have not gotten an actual
I'm
prototype
tooling the first one right now.
Okay.
So I want to launch it with the new features all together, so it makes more sense. I don't want to just release the motor only and then suddenly revise the cone, and then people will be confused and all that.
Do you want to wait for NSV5 at the same time? You kind of just do a new release of everything at the same time?
I did think about that. It just kind of depends on the time frame, because I also have a new X motor too.
Yeah.
So I'll have a new X, a new Z, and a new Nightshade.
I mean, people are still eating up what we're selling right now. So, I mean, in my opinion, if we do XV3, ZV6, and NSV5 all at the same time, release them with the new cones and surrounds.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
I'm going to make approximately 2,000 more ZV5s. before I go to the ZV6.
That's not many because we're going through them like crazy over here.
So what did we had a question? What temps do the SA and E coils handle? Those are 300-degree coils. Our American coils are 500.
Is the FS going to be the same or close? So
Try to keep
Bert
it around the
Delgado-
same.
Well, my goal is to keep it about the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that will come down to tweaking and tuning and things like that.
I say that we try to keep the FS around 30 hertz in general, right? Somewhere in that range for the mega roll.
In the 30s.
I mean, and they're also gonna. The FS will also drop over time once it breaks in too.
And then Charlie said, "Am I still doing a Z8?" Yeah, that's the plan. With that new frame, once I get the, all the other stuff associated with it ready to go, I will make a ferrite driver with that new frame, which would be the Z8.
Cool.
So Ronnie likes the Vex 10. Yeah, actually, there's a reason I call it the Vex 10 because Andy's been asking me for it for years.
Yep.
And he calls his company Vex Productions. It's taken me a lot of work to get it that way because I didn't want to just do the same thing as everybody else. I could have made a less expensive 10 that was also very loud with like.
Trying to try to compete with like the EV style speakers that are going.
Yeah, but I'm gonna put my Sundown spin on it. So
Right.
I don't
Which
really
means it'll
care
sound
for.
cleaner.
I don't really care for that, the breakup from like the light because you need a really light cone to get your sensitivity up for a given motor. So what I did is I used a little bit heavier carbon cone that's a lot stronger and weather resistant. So then I had to put a lot more ass behind it. So there's
because you're also you're adding more moving mass that way.
Yeah. So I'm using an 8-inch diameter ferrite slug and a Neo ring to get my sensitivity up.
Bert, thank you for liking your 4
Yeah.
ZV5s.
So Stephen Adams, is it true that a longer 3-inch coil winding height is as good as a shorter height 4-inch coil? Thermally, yes, because really what the deal is surface area to dissipate the heat.
Mm-hmm.
So a really long winding width 3-inch coil is going to have the same surface area as a really short 4-inch coil. But your short 4-inch coil, you're going to sacrifice a lot of excursion. And so I would rather have the longer 3-inch coil.
Yeah.
That's what plants crave.
Brondo water. Is it Brahmo or Brondo?
Rondo.
So we had another person ask about the super tweeter. David, I have a super tweeter. I have 2 super tweeter designs ready to go. So I kind of got my cash flow got murdered by all this tariff stuff. So I haven't been able to invest the money in the tooling that I need.
So
It's quite
much
a bit.
stuff in the works. So much shit on the back burner. You should see the stuff that this guy has on his desk. All the different prototypes, all the different designs. There's so much stuff you want to get out. It's just there's so much shit going on when it comes to tariffs, cash flow. We just so much shit going on.
Kendra wants to know if ZV6 can come with a carbon cone and dust. Probably not. I probably won't have carbon cones ready.
We are working on carbon cones. That will be
Yeah.
an option at some point. Yes.
So Ronnie wants to know if I'm working on a U8. That's on my agenda. I haven't actually started on it yet, but it is on my to-do list.
Oh yeah, U8, huh? What frame? I guess do they make a frame for that? Do
I
they
would-
make because
No,
that's
I would,
open.
I would use my frame, my 8-inch, my regular 8-inch frame.
Okay, so I know the U series is open tooled. The frame we use, right?
For
Yeah.
the U?
Yeah. So do they make an 8-inch of that frame?
No.
So we would have to use our.
I would use my
frame.
Sundown like the SA and the X, yeah. But the motor would be
See-
in between the SA and the X.
In my opinion, and this is just me throwing my fucking 2 cents out there like I always do.
Yep.
It's just gonna look too much like all the rest of them that already use that same frame.
Yeah, I think if it used a similar frame,
We'll have to paint it orange or some shit.
that's not going to work because the other U's aren't orange.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to change the color either because I have to stock like a whole nother batch of frames.
Yeah.
I would,
Well, tell the factory to go ahead and make one that looks like that. Whoever created that, the open tool frame that we use on the U series, tell them to make an 8.
I think there's a lot of companies that
Dustin
use that.
says he hates the U frames. Some people say I think it's honestly just because it's different. Everybody's used to seeing the 4-spoke and the 12-spoke and the TI.
We have a
Yeah.
lot more success, especially on the 10 and the 12 on the U frame.
Yeah.
A lot more success with that frame than we did on the old 12-spoke frame.
The reason I use that frame is because especially on the 10 and the 12, the cones are much taller than the 4-spoke and 12-spoke. Leads a lot more stability.
Charlie wants to know why we can't use an E8 frame.
Well, the U is in between the SA line and the X line, so I can't just suddenly use a stamped frame in between those two lines. Use cast frames really wouldn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, you feel like you're taking a back step.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Kendrill says, we like big asses, and it asks me here if it wants me to show it or hide it. I'm going to let it show.
So what did someone say here?
There we go.
How do I become a Sundown teamer? We have a Team Sundown at sundownaudio.com email address you can contact.
Does that work?
Yeah,
What?
it does.
Was it really the team?
The team captain.
It does, yeah.
Okay.
Walt Johnson's the captain, so he.
Well,
But don't go
okay.
messaging him through Facebook. You have to go through the proper channels, which is email. That's Team Sundown at sundownaudio.com. Yes. And if you want to become a team member, it's not just our team. The team is very tight. And
Correct.
honestly, we don't bring anybody on, just anybody on the team. You have to to be an avid competitor and have experience and show your worth. And that's how you get on.
So something I considered, I'm just going to spitball since we're live.
Yeah, fuck it.
Something I considered from an 8-inch line is I keep the Sundown, the original Sundown 8-inch frame for the SA8 and the U8. And then when I do an X8 version 4, I also go to my new frame.
Okay.
With a 2.5-inch coil. Then for
The new frame, the one with that you're going, okay.
for the NS.
Okay.
With a 2.5-inch coil. Then I go to the Z8 and I go to a 2 3/4-inch coil.
Okay.
And
And an NS.
and then the NS is the 3. So like that would all make sense. It would all be linear. Yeah.
All right. Let's kick ass.
I try to make sure that our line makes sense. So especially helps our dealers and our customers. You buy the next line up and you get certain advantages. Like I don't want things to be confusing. Like these, like I don't want like 3 lines that basically be the same thing. You know.
Yeah. I want to put a little plug in there while we're talking. And we've got 36 people watching right now. Go ahead and share this on social media if you can, folks. Get people watching. I know there's a lot of people still working.
And
at
I
the
love
moment.
8-inch woofers, by the way. Just like everyone should know. Like
She loves your 8 inches.
Are you
Jay.
still going to do the etching, the laser etching on the bottom?
yeah,
of the
I'm working on
motors?
that right now.
I really like that idea.
All of my new stuff from now on, there's going to be like some laser etching in the back. It'll say Sundown Audio at the top of the motor if you're looking at it from the back, and then it'll have like what it is. So like, because I just see so many people like, oh man, like, what is this? I don't know what this woofer is.
Yep. I wanted to say, for people that are interested in the shirt that I'm wearing right now today, this is the Sundown After Dark t-shirt. You can find this at dvsdesigns.com. That's dvsdesigns.com. That's Kyle Rutherford.
So, where's my... I need to replace...
Oh, Brian.
You know what? I did order your shirt.
I
I
need
did.
to replace...
But hold on 1 second. If you're interested in the shirt, go ahead and if you don't want to go to dvsdesigns.com, you can always go to the Sundown After Dark Facebook page, and there's a buy now button. Just click that, and it takes you right to where the shirts are. There's 2 types of men's shirts, and there's 1 type of women's shirt. There's also these cool little raised stickers that he's making that are pretty awesome, and you can get some of those as well.
They're modeled by people that probably wouldn't wear those shirts.
You know what, Kyle? Actually,
what do we make up? We made up those names.
oh, God,
it was like
what was the name?
It was like Miguel and Sally or something. Like
Kyle
really
actually
random.
came to me. He was like, "Hey, do you guys want to model your own shirts?" I said,
Nobody would.
You know, and when you told Kyle about it, he just punched through some drywall with a monster can in his hand.
Oh, by the way, what the hell is this whole? It used to, what was it, Karen before? Now
the joke is white dudes named Kyle punch drywall when they're mad,
is that it?
and they all love
What?
monsters.
Yeah. So okay. I didn't know where the drywall part of it came in.
I gotta go.
Bye, Donnie.
Fuck, what was I gonna say?
Does somebody have their sound up on
dude.
their phone?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it might be mine.
Mine's off.
Yeah, it's me.
All right, I gotta go, guys.
So I
Have fun watching Godzilla.
I was wearing my new metallic Eat Sleep Sundown shirt this morning, and I had my kids, both of my boys, like end of year ceremony.
Yep.
So I put it on. I was gonna wear it and show it off at the ceremony, And then I pick up Maya this morning, and within 30 seconds, she just threw up all over my
Damn.
shirt.
Jesus. By the way, if you guys are interested in the Eat Sleep Sundown shirts, they are available
Steven.
at sundownaudiounofficial.com.
Yes, we do. We do give out the Sundown shirts to our employees now. I remember back when I just started, like it was like on a shoestring, so I had to like sell shirts to even like Brandon, who worked for me.
I remember that you did give me my first shirt. I didn't even work for you then.
Yeah.
That was like way back in it was like 2008 when I got that shirt. I was so much smaller back then. It was a large.
Medium.
Now I wear a 2X, 1X depending
Brian.
on the day.
I'm taking a break. I gotta pee.
All right, so it looks like I'm going to be doing some talking. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and do your thing. I'm going to go ahead and run a commercial real quick, and don't leave. Make sure you share this shit, all right, folks? We will be right back.
Are you sick and tired of playing sloppy edits with squared off sine waves? Want a moment of clarity? Then sit back and relax and experience what it's like to get rustified. When it comes to transforming new hits and old classics into the best street bangers, ain't nobody got the sweet sounds of the 808s like Russ. With frequencies ranging from spleen-busting high-end to digging all the way down low into the subsonic abyss, Rusticles has what you need. Sundown After Dark has teamed up to give you an exclusive offer to save big on his iconic sound. So pull out your mobiles and browse your way over to www.djrusticles.com and pick up your preloaded DJ Rusticles Fire Stick USB today. Go ahead and save 10%. Use promo code After Dark. That's www.djrusticles.com and use promo code After Dark at checkout.
All right, I'm here all by myself. What am I going to say? What kind of dirty things is going to happen? I had some guy message me the other day or through our Sundown After Dark Facebook page. By the way, if you guys ever just want to ask us questions, don't forget to go to Sundown After Dark on Facebook. Shoot us a little message on the messenger and we can answer them during the recorded shows, which I might get to a few of them here today, may or may not. There's also a phone number if you ever want to leave us a voicemail. It's 252-969-0005. So you guys can leave us a voicemail and we can play it on our show when we record it. And Jake is back. Actually, I'm going to do that view there since it's just you and I here today.
What do we got?
Let's see. What do we got? I haven't even been looking at people's shit. So what's going on? Oh, we dropped 10 people when we went on commercial. They didn't want to hear the DJ Rusticles shit. Again, for folks that listen to DJ or that want to use DJ Rusticles equipment in their music in their builds, if you go to his website and when you hit purchase, there's a little place you can put a promo code, and it's just use the promo code After Dark. I think you get like 10% off. So, and that helps us as well when you make that purchase.
Yeah, buddy.
Quick leak some secrets. Oh yeah, Charlie wanted me to leak some secrets while you were gone. I don't know anything.
Brian,
actually, I'm gonna leak a small secret. It's not really a secret. It's more or less something you guys need to watch out for. So we're going to Slamology. It's about actually we're gonna be leaving it a week from today.
Yep.
So next weekend, not the one coming up. Next weekend is Slamology, and we're going to be unveiling the new wrap on our F650. So we just got it wrapped. It literally just got here 2 hours ago. We have an F650 that we pull our demo vehicles with, and you guys will be able to. It's going to be unveiled at Slamology. It's going to be on the booth, so you definitely need to check it out. What else we got going on here? I
got to share a funny. I just made friends on Facebook with Frank White recently.
Yeah.
He's a big time audio guy, and I think he knows like Dave and all those guys. And I kept seeing people tag him and shit, so became friends with him on Facebook. And I noticed he really liked Modelo.
Yeah.
So I tagged him in the Modelo, and he thought that was cool.
So somebody mentioned the new building in this chat thing here earlier. We are working possibly on getting a new building. It's something that Jake's working on.
Yeah,
for the most part. All I know is it's a massive building, and hopefully we can get it. But it's still up in the air. I think we'll know more in the next few weeks. Does that sound about right to you, Mr. Jake?
What did you say?
New building. May or may not know more about it next few weeks.
Next few weeks, correct.
Which, you know what? It's always such a long, drawn-out process when it comes to anything like that.
Yep. So I got a couple things here.
All right.
Can we order baskets from us? We
Yeah.
sell baskets along with drop-ins. Yes, absolutely.
The only thing that we will not sell direct to the public are actual brand new items. When it, amplifiers, subwoofers, speakers,
parts and parts to certain people.
Hardware. That's what I like to call it. We do sell hardware, which is going to be your
terminals,
terminals, gasket, spacers, shit like that.
So Ronnie said, "What's the ETA on the exclusive run of X6.5 for woofers, etc.?" That is going to be they're about to be on the water, but that's a 6 week. This is going to be in July. It'll be in July.
Let's see. Word of advice. Atwood 4000s for Brian.
So Frank
bathroom.
White is called the Modelo Monster.
So Atwood 4000s for Brian's bathroom exhaust fan.
That's those really powerful fans.
Is it? Is that like that one that I got right over there?
So
By the way,
Ronnie says I remind him of all dad jokes now. Thank you, Ronnie. I've been working very hard for that.
Actually, anytime I see a dad joke on Facebook, it's usually you, but even if it's not, my God, Jake probably posted that.
I totally dad joked Jonathan Demuth today.
Yeah.
He posted his new Prodigy woofer, and I said it looks good. Then we ended up going back and forth, and somehow it turned into to cat puns. And I said, oh man, hold on. I don't want to paraphrase this incorrectly because it was really good. So I said, just a moment, please, gentlemen, ladies.
Again, folks, while he's looking at that, if you could get on your Facebook or Instagram or whatever the hell it is that you use, and go ahead and share this.
All right, you guys hold
video.
on. You guys hold on to your asses. So I said, looking good. Jonathan said, no direct intention to copy. Only so many ways to skin a cat. Ed Lester goes, this just in. Local auto sound company skins cats to make loudspeakers.
Wow.
So then I say, I knew it. Cat skin surrounds. Next level shit.
Wow.
Demuth says, they are the cat's meow. I say, one may even say it's the perfect material. And then I said, you must be feline possum meow that it's finished.
Possum is in there?
Possum.
Oh. Here's the thing. You guys and your dad jokes, I am just not that fast.
Oh, man.
I just can't come back that quick. See, another reason why I won't do stand-up comedy when I've always wanted to, and I've got like this whole skit that I've always wanted to do on stage, but stand-ups, if you ever watch them, they're quick.
Ronnie.
They're quick at it. I just don't have it. I'm pretty much brain dead half the time anyway.
Oh, I got Kyle Wilson. Where did Jacob learn about engineering subwoofers? That is a good question, Kyle. I started as a enthusiast, just like all you guys and gals out there, Sundown YouTube world here that are watching us. I was in college. Well, actually, I was in high school. I first got into it. Brandon, who works here, actually sold me my first system. I kind of got into it because of him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started reading forums and stuff. And then when I was in college, I started getting really into the forums. And I ended up being roommates with Nick Lemons from Stereo Integrity. And he had already started Stereo Integrity when we were in college. So he, believe it or not, Stereo Integrity is older company than
Come on in, Derek.
Sundown. We were all in the forums back then. Back then,
chair.
there was a lot of
better
really
view if you
knowledgeable,
go to that one.
really knowledgeable people on the forums. Dan Wiggins, who's basically my mentor, honestly, was all over the forums back then. He posted technical information that I feel like you'd have to pay thousands of dollars in college classes to get this kind of information. There was
You just bring it over this way if you want.
Manville Smith from JL Audio used to post all over the forums. Really knowledgeable guy. There was a dude. I still don't know this dude's real name, but his screen name was Warbleed, and he was really knowledgeable. And I used to read all his stuff.
He's probably your number one fan now, Jay.
I don't know. I actually do not know that guy's name. I wish I did because he was really cool. He was all over caraudioforum.com, OG stuff. So I read all that stuff. Someone's asking me a dad joke. And I just kept reading and reading, and that's basically how I learned. Yeah.
Jake, what is the last part of your body to stop working when you die?
I know that because I shared it, but I forgot.
I don't understand it. What's going on?
I forgot. Hold on. Wait.
Is that a dad joke?
Yeah, it's a dad joke.
Everybody welcome Derek Haddock into the room.
Fuck. Charlie, I forgot,
hello,
man.
hello. Are we on both YouTube and Facebook?
Nah, it's just YouTube.
Just YouTube.
That's a good one, though, Charlie. I remember I shared it.
By the way, folks that are listening
Kyle,
or
I hope
watching,
I answered your question, by the way.
how's the audio? Because I had to reconfigure all this shit on the computer. How does it sound? Does it sound loud enough? Do I need to boost shit? Do I need to bring it down?
Yes, there it was. Your pupils, they dilate. Yes, I knew it was something with the eyes. Yes, I love it.
Are we sharing this? How long y'all been on?
45 minutes and some change.
Damn.
46 minutes.
I
yeah.
just got done unloading the last truck.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you got some overtime this week, huh?
I was hoping y'all would wait till like 5:30 or so.
Jake was like, "Oh, we got."
We wanted to get Donnie on here for a little while, and then G and Hunter showed up for a minute.
Yeah, that was around 5. That was 27 minutes ago.
Yeah, every truck waited till the last minute to show up. Today.
Of course they did. And on a Friday too.
They always do.
It's bullshit.
They want to wait and just line up. At
what was
5
that like?
o'clock.
Last week, a truck showed up at 6 o'clock, and you just so happened to have been here.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
Yeah,
I'll be randomly here working late on the.
It's like you got to clock back in.
Yeah. Actually, that one that didn't show up till 6:30, I didn't clock back in. It was Took like 10 minutes to load him.
Hey, does anybody have any questions for Project SPL? Throw them at us if you need it.
I
mean, not literally.
I don't know what all y'all talked about.
I don't even know what the hell we talking. You're just answering people's questions.
Someone wants to know when will there be.
I've already been signing subs. Actually, a lot of people that buy yard sale subs have been asking. They put it in the comments. They asked
For
me to
Derek
sign
to
them.
Yeah.
I've been signing the hell out of some yard sale subs.
Sadly, I will not have my liquor at the Sundown booth.
Damn.
I'm not even sure if that would be 100% legal, so I'm gonna stay away from that.
You think anybody's even gonna care?
Little
I'm
sneak
not-
peek.
no.
Oh, you're talking about liquor.
Yeah, go ahead, Derek.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we also waiting on the trucks to show up. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
Project SPL has a new look. And we'll have another.
Yeah.
It's a 2-part going on.
Have you started that
tomorrow.
yet? That
Yes.
new look.
It's going to come out the same day as
Okay.
the second
Just-
half of the Nightshade video.
Just now, because I
Yeah.
didn't see anything late earlier. You just-
I was because I knew I was still waiting on these trucks to
Right.
show up. So we took it out to the freight dock, and me and Brandon were out there working on it,
okay, cool.
getting some work done. There'll be a video out.
We did
tomorrow.
mention that the F650 was wrapped. We obviously didn't show anything because that's going to be unveiled at
Did we
Slamology
mention
as
that?
well.
Come to
I did.
Slamology to see the new wrap.
Yep.
Come visit the Sundown
looks-
booth.
It
We're
looks
hoping.
good.
We usually get a pretty big booth. We're hoping to really spread things out and have the booth set up pretty cool this year. I know you and Brandon were looking at that yesterday, and hopefully they give us a good spot this year. Last
Yeah,
year's spot was
um,
pretty good, by the way. I like that spot.
We are right next to the spot we were in last year.
Okay.
So as far as we've been told right now, some rotating had to be done. So we're shifting down just a little bit, and Incriminator's coming in next to us.
Okay. Cool. Well,
That's perfect.
Because Nick's got that huge blow up tent, and
Right.
our spot will
It'll help
accommodate
block
that
some
blow-up
sun for
tent
us,
a little
hopefully.
bit. So we're gonna be, instead of them being across from us, we'll be right next to each other this year.
Let's hope that we get good weather this year. You know, for the
Yes.
past 8 years, it's been a great show, and then all of a sudden last year it was just a shitstorm of weather.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking
I mean, other than
tornadoes
the
and
heat's to be expected there
Yes.
at Slamology, but yeah, that rain last year was awful. But face stickers, they're coming. We're bringing them to Slamology.
oh
I
nice.
literally have 500 face stickers getting made.
Is it
right
like
now.
each face?
everybody's or just a limit? Or
It's everybody. There's 10 faces. Everybody's 10 faces, 50 of everybody's face. The same shop that did the wrap on the 650
Yep.
has.
Derek,
he's
you
doing
didn't
them
think any
right now.
particular face might be more popular in order to name
Well, I tried to ask around ahead of time if anybody wanted me to get extras of certain ones.
You
I
sell them as
wasn't
a
sure,
package
so-
deal.
Well, that's what I was going to do is
Yeah.
offer one of everybody in a package deal. I mean, honestly, I don't care. I'm bringing 500 faces, 50 of each one to Slamology, so we can do them however. Somebody
See you later, Dustin.
wants 50 of one face, cool.
That was pretty kick-ass. I
And they're going to be really cheap.
like how you're able to even do that in the first place, like to vectorize somebody's face like
Oh,
that,
Wait.
rather than just make it like a.
Wait till I get the
screen
T-shirt
printed.
design done.
Are you going
It's
to do
gonna be-
the one that you were talking about?
Yeah, I mean, it's the Mount Rushmore. We're doing a Mount Rushmore design.
Oh, God.
With all the guys
Hey,
of
Derek,
Sundown.
you want a Modelo?
Yeah, I will take.
You want
Actually,
a
can I-
Modelo before the prices go up?
Can I get another one as well, please?
We got the tariffs coming, Derek.
They're going to 25% our
Mexican tariffs this
Modelo.
time.
There's going to be, I don't know if you know the whole story.
Maybe.
It's 5% starting June 10th. Then
So
5%
this
more.
is real. It's in effect.
Yeah, 5% more per month until it hits 25 in November.
Is
Oh,
there?
I didn't know that.
My question, because I don't know, you know that I used to be really into politics at one point, and I just said fuck it. I got so tired of politics. All right, so what?
I actually wasn't into it until recently.
Yeah, it's like we did a reverse on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's my question: all this tariff shit, is it going to Congress? Are they voting on it, or is it just like one day? Oh,
Donald Trump declared it as an emergency. There was a 1977 emergency law. He just said, "Now there's tariffs."
Yeah, it's just like a straight executive order.
You know
Just do
that. You know
Fuck.
what that sounds like? That sounds like taxation without representation.
it. Sounds like dictatorship a little bit.
That sounds like taxation without representation. Somebody had a party. I believe it involved some tea. I believe there was some gentleman who threw some tea in the harbor over that.
But the thing is, it's the spin I'm seeing, like with the Chinese tariffs and now the Mexican tariffs, is like, well, the tariffs are on China, as if China's paying them. And we
I'm
know,
paying
we
'em.
know
I have
China's not
receipts.
paying these.
I got the
So
receipts.
it's going to be the same with these tariffs on Mexico. Mexico's not going to pay the tariffs. We're the public. We're paying it in higher prices. The companies here have to pay the extra taxes. Then their prices have to get raised
Yep.
because companies can't afford to eat this much tariff.
So-
There's multiple companies in our industry and other industries saying the same thing. They're posting on social media. Hey,
totally.
sorry, got jack our prices up now.
I can only imagine what's about to happen to the automotive industry.
We soaked up as much as we could,
we're already
but
seeing
yeah.
it. Like whether people want to believe it or not, a lot of the parts in your cars come from China.
Yeah.
This
Bring
is
that
reality.
mic up a
and
little bit.
Mexico.
Yeah, well,
There you go.
you got entire cars being built in Mexico and brought over. You know, so it's like
Was
now
it
they're getting
Volkswagen
hit
has
on
a whole
parts
facility
coming from
there.
Mexico and are coming from China, and now they're getting hit on everything coming
Did
from
you
Mexico.
guys? Did you guys know that we do like $340 billion in trade with Mexico a year?
I did. Well, did you post that? Somebody
I
posted
think
that
I
to Facebook.
posted that,
It
yeah.
posted the whole
Yeah, that was
breakdown
me.
and
So,
I mean, we know the automotive industry is huge in Mexico.
we'll
right?
take a. I got a question real quick. Primal Geek, your screen name sounds really familiar for whatever reason. SD410s I started production on like 2 months ago.
Well, they'll be here soon.
So delays are all like crazy and shit, as I've been trying to tell you guys. So my expectation would be normally I would say within a month because it used to be 3 months, but it's been 4 to 5. So I'm going to say it's going
Right.
to be 2 to 3 more months.
And we are bringing the SD4 prototypes to Slamology, so come check us out.
Oh,
come
yeah.
see the booth.
Yep.
You can touch them and feel them, and they will be
It's
there.
Charles.
In
No,
person.
no wonder the
Kiss
screen
him.
name sounds familiar. It's Charles Haley.
Hey, Charles. Charles, I hope you're enjoying your new job. Charles got a hell of a new job there.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
That's a hell of a job. I just
Hell of a
heard
job.
Rick James' voice like cocaine. That's a hell of a drug. That's a hell of a job.
Scraping the Coast. So the guys went to Scraping the Coast a
Sandy.
few years back. Brandon, Slim, Jared rode out there. That place is awful.
Wasn't it 400,000
The
degrees?
way they made it sound, I never want to visit that place. I haven't been,
Yeah.
and I have no desire
Hot
to go.
as shit.
It
That's Texas, right?
no, it's what was it, Louisiana?
Oh.
Yeah, I believe so. Or Mississippi, one of the two.
One of those.
It's hot. You know what? It's
Down there in
summertime. It's hot
the
everywhere.
Balls of North America.
Andy's watching us. Andy, we talked about the Vex 10 a little bit.
We
I
did.
would show it, but I've already sent them to you.
He'll probably have them the next day or so.
They-
He'll take pictures
look
and
phenomenal.
shoot them all over
Yeah.
the place.
I was really impressed with the sound. Did you hear him from across the shop?
We did. We were what were we doing? We were it was the day we got the pallet wrapper.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if y'all mentioned that yet. The day we
Yeah.
got the pallet wrapper, and we're over there, learning, and the tech guys teaching us, and we just keep hearing the music, and we're like, what are they doing at the test bench? And then it didn't click because
Yeah.
when you come walking through, I was like, he's back there testing out those 10s. And
Yep.
I'm guessing you were just one at a
It
time.
was just one.
We're on the other side. We're in the whole other corridor up here in the front.
It was loud.
Yeah.
And yeah, Brandon actually thought you had one of those big boom boxes going. He thought G was back there just screwing around, just blasting the boom box.
Dude, my
And then-
ears were ringing all day. But I had to test it.
Right.
I bridged the 150.2 at 4 ohms, and I was able to, with the high pass high enough, I was able to drive it into clipping. The thing kept getting louder. Now, when I clipped it, it got a little smelly.
Yeah.
But if I kept it out of clipping, it was handling it like a boss.
Man.
Yeah,
Gents-
it's got a 3-inch coil,
3-inch coil, yeah.
3-inch coil,
3-inch coil,
10-inch mid.
20 millimeters long, too. It's a fairly long, for a PA driver,
That's
it is
that's
8
beefy.
8 millimeters of linear stroke on a PA driver that's damn near, it's 96.6 dB at 1 watt at 1 kilohertz.
Mm-hmm.
But over the majority of the bandwidth, which is from about 300 to 3500, it's close to 100 dB. It's
Yeah.
really loud.
So
Yeah.
it's efficient, but if you need to cram a ton of power on it, it's got a
Correct.
big beefy coil that can
Yes.
take it.
So all those street beat guys up there in New York, get ready. J Bone wanted to know, can a pair of X12 Dual 2s handle a SCV 6000? Well, first off, you're going to be at half ohm,
Mm-hmm.
and that's 6K, which is well over what we call rated power.
It's not rated there, but I'd do it.
I would do it too,
I'd totally do it.
but don't tell us you're doing it.
How much did the sales of SAs? Dude, I can't even tell, Matt. We just sell so many SAs all the time.
Yeah, that and typically the sales will start at the dealers, distributors, so we won't see it here
yeah, there's a
until
delay.
they restock.
Right.
And then they'll communicate with us and be like, holy cow, something happened. And
Yeah.
so far, we nobody's
Well, we get
mentioned,
our
but
big guys, you
we'll,
know, like
we'll know probably in a month.
I don't think a lot of people realize this, but like JP and Woofers, et cetera, they have like hundreds of SA12s in stock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
I
And they
hundred-
go,
I
and they
mean,
go through them pretty
I'll
damn
say
quick.
JP just ordered a bunch.
Yeah.
He's got
It's the
he's got a
most.
truckload
It's the
heading to
most
him.
widely bought subwoofer we've
the
made.
SA12 is the most
Has been.
popular product we've ever sold. Period.
yeah, definitely over the years.
So I don't know if I mentioned this, but I am going to keep the SA 10 and 12 around as like a classic version.
Yep.
So we'll have the SA Classic 10. I'm not going to keep the 15, but the current basically SA. I'm going to change the finish back to black. But I'm also going to bolt the motor through. Just might as well while I'm doing it. But it'll basically be the same SA you're used to, and everyone knows and loves. And the 10 and the 12 will stay around.
Can you at least do some etching on that one too? Just say classic.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
That'll be awesome.
So yeah, so that'll be there.
The black finish, something matte black similar to a NSV4.
It'll
gloss
be
black.
kind of like the E.
Well, the original SA when it was black wasn't very shiny. It was like a semi gloss.
I can't get that finish anymore.
Oh really?
That finish, whatever process they did, got regulated out of existence.
No shit.
So the finish on the newest E's is the black finish that I can get now
Okay.
in that region of China.
I really like the finish on the nightshades.
Well, the nightshades are made on a train
like-
ride.
it's almost like a
12
texture
hours
to it.
away in China from where the SAs are made. So it's not even close to the same place.
Talking about like that textured look almost.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty kick ass.
It's kind of. I don't know. It's not a. I don't know. It's just kind of a matte black. I just think they got a really, really awesome finish on them.
Right.
So yeah, the NS stuff is like way over here in China, and the SA stuff is like over this part of China. So
Gotcha. I didn't know if the factory's that far away.
yeah, from what I understand, I haven't been to the. That's one of the few places I haven't been to. The guys that are making the NS stuff.
Right.
But I was told that on a train it's like 12 hours.
All
Which
right.
is far
So
as shit.
Eric says he's thinking about changing out his Punch P3 12s for some SA 12s. Will they hit harder in 1,000 watts? I would say yes.
More than likely. I mean, honestly, I don't have a whole lot of experience with the newer Rockford stuff, but
Yeah. Back.
I mean, I don't know what they've changed since I've had some experience with the latest punch. I've used them since they changed to those poly cones, and I hated those things. Soon when they changed them and went to those really plasticky cones, I just had some just break like for almost no reason. They would literally just shatter.
Yeah.
I had somebody they had something random and had dropped it one time, just a small little trinket or something like a socket.
Yep.
Dropped on one and just cracked straight through it, and I'm like,
I've noticed a lot.
so I've never liked those.
So a
cones.
lot of those subwoofers, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I really don't know this, but I think a lot of companies like Rockford, where they have those particular woofers, a lot of them are made. I don't think they're made by people, or at least partially not made by people. I think a lot of it's automated.
there are automated speaker factories, but I couldn't tell you if
think
Rockford uses them or not.
One thing I do know is they don't use a lot of glue in general. They
Oh my
use
god,
like just enough glue.
Panasonic in Japan, no, a person doesn't touch that woofer at all.
No shit.
Like you see like machines like with a T-yoke, and then the machine puts the magnets on, machine puts the top plate on, that sucker goes over here, machine puts the basket.
Does
Oh man, it's
Panasonic
incredible.
even make? They don't make car audio anymore.
I
think
don't
they
know, but
I know they make some home audio.
they make a lot of stuff like little speakers that go in devices and stuff. You know,
yeah,
like they do a
like
lot
in your
of things,
TVs
yeah.
and shit.
So someone asked me, "Our Team Neo sheet specs undisclosed?" It's not that they're undisclosed. It's just that we built them so many different ways. Like we never like made a standard measurement.
They vary wildly.
Yeah.
Wildly.
That, and I will say, our machine over here that reads the parameters is not being very nice to us recently.
So Andy wants to know who is the only distributor in Trinidad and Tobago and surrounding islands. That would be Vex.
Yep, that'll be Vex Pro. You can, for those that are in the Trinidad Tobago area, you can go ahead and go to the locator on sundownaudio.com. You'll see all the dealers that Vex Productions deals with.
Yeah.
So that's all updated as of right now.
Well, I got to answer Steven's question because I do like that question. What do you think about the Rockford 19? I got to be honest with you. Some of the only woofers I've been excited about from a mainstream company in recent years have been that new 19 from Rockford.
Mm-hmm.
They look awesome.
And also I'm not familiar with their model numbers, but they have the next line down that's still like 13, 16 size with the big ferrite split magnets.
Oh yeah.
Those two lines are one of the few woofer lines from a major company that I've actually been like, whoa, check that shit out in like recent years.
Yeah, I got to see them all pretty good. They had the cutaways at SEMA when we were there, and I took a ton of pictures.
That
of
19
those.
is fucking badass.
They wowed me a lot seeing those in person.
Who is it?
I've never
Philip?
used them.
Is
I
it
don't
Philip
have any
that has
hands
them?
on.
Is it Philip Scarborough?
I don't know anybody who has those.
No, maybe it's not Philip.
Brett Levin or Brett.
Brett. There we
Brent.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Philip has all Crossfire.
Brent.
right?
Is it Brent or Brett?
Brent
He's
Levitt.
Yeah, he's a
beautiful.
huge Rockford.
Yeah,
That's like Rockford makes him do things.
Yeah, he has those 19s and they're freaking badass. It's one of the coolest subs I've seen from a major manufacturer in maybe a decade.
They move some air, that's for sure. When we were in Oregon, did that build have those subs in it?
I'm pretty sure it did.
We should be going back this year. It's the Surf City Sound Off. It's in Lincoln City, Oregon, which is right on the coast of Oregon, by the way, which
Right.
is beautiful casino that's out there. It's at the Chinook Winds Casino.
Let me answer Robert again. He wants to get Drew Jones to design a box for his Team Neos. Honestly, what I would do is if you build a box for like a ZV5 or something, the Team Neo is going to do awesome in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So anything that he would design for like a ZV5 or a Nightshade V4 would do really well.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure Drew won't need any specs. He'll know what to do.
Yeah, he's
but
been doing enough.
we've done testing from the ZV4, the V1s, the V2s, ZV4, ZV5 teams. We've put those in the same box. We've interchanged
And
them.
it basically
and they
just
all-
gets louder.
They all work great.
Yeah.
Matt wants to know how your windows or windshield's holding up.
It's still good. I'm on the same windshield that went in a week before Triple Fest. Now, I also needed to say I haven't played it much because I had to pull an amp out. Earlier this week, got the amp back. I haven't even had a chance to install
So
it.
Derek, let's say
We-
why you pulled that amp out. Because he was
Um,
helping a customer.
Yeah. I put that in a whole video. Yeah, we had a
Yep.
customer show up, had a blown amp. We didn't have a good one to swap out for him and wanted to get this guy back going quick.
Yep.
So I went to my personal build, pulled an amp out, and handed it
Yep.
to him so he could keep going. And
And we'll throw a little
we took
plug
the
in
blown
here.
amp, set it to the amp
We
lab.
sent it to
they
the amp
repaired it
lab.
quick and got it back to me.
Yep. So the amp lab really helps us out a lot. For those of you that know, we're out of a lot of amps.
Yes.
We're out of like a lot of freaking amps.
All the
okay.
big ones. All the
So
CD amps
if
are out
you
for a little
need
while.
an amp and your dealer does not have it, check out theamplab.net. That's where you'll find at
Great
least
prices, great guys. They come with a warranty.
Yeah, they're refurbished, but they do kick-ass work over there, and they help us out tremendously.
So
And don't be scared of something refurbished because they completely rebuilt it. It might as well be a brand new.
in some cases, it might even be better than new because there's been just hands-on individual attention.
Yeah.
So Steven says, what are the pros and cons of having that split motor? It's basically their cooling philosophy. What Rockford is doing is what I like to call wide open cooling, which is kind of like the DDZ and thing like that, where the coil is just exposed to as much air as possible. So it's just purely exposed to the open air. That's their particular cooling philosophy. I subscribe to a slightly different philosophy, which involves more velocity and stuff. But, that's their thing. It seems to work for them.
I wonder if they use a former cap to try to help that pressure build up.
I'm pretty sure the new Rockford stuff does have a former cap, even as the dust cap on the 19, because it has a little tiny dust cap, does it not? I think it's just a former cap.
They got those huge dished caps.
I don't know if they do on the 19.
Do they?
I don't think they do.
I don't remember what it looks like.
I'd have to go back to my pictures.
I remember what the side view looks like.
I think it's just, I feel like it's just a cap over the former at the top. I know they used to have the big dishes and all. I don't even know if they do that on anything anymore.
Yep.
I'm honestly not familiar with a lot of their smaller lines, except for their shallow, which is also really cool, by the way. The Rockford shallow is really cool. I really like the engineering they did on that. I was checking it out. Because I actually had a similar idea. Then I was like, shit, Rockford already did.
Beat you to it.
Yeah.
Yep. So what are we bringing to Slam this year? I know we're gonna bring the F650, and that's gonna be pulling what?
The F650 is towing the van.
Okay.
So the F650 will be in the booth.
The
'cause
van's
we're-
finally back up and running now.
Yeah. Well, the van So at the end of Sundown show, I got a little happy with the volume knob. We got a ton of power in there, way more than we need. But for short bursts, it'll take it. Well, I got a little happy with the volume knob. Blasted a few people full tilt with it.
Oh yeah.
And blew a sub up. And it was the winter. We always let it sit over the winter, collect dust. So we weren't in no hurry to replace it. But yeah, we got the sub replaced. All 9 subs are in there. Everything's working. We've been testing it out, playing some different music. So the van's coming. We're towing it with the 650. The 650 is in the works of getting all new stereo inside of it, getting all Sundown in there. So it will be in the booth, showing off its new stereo, showing off its new wrap. The van will be in the booth, 9 NSV 415s, the 9 7500s, doing its demo thing as normal. Then I'm towing my truck, the Blazer, Project SPL. It's coming. It'll be in the booth. We've got Chris Lee's coming. He'll be there with his brand new build.
Just finished
24 Nightshade
I'm scared.
V412s.
It was already nasty enough.
Yeah, and Chris Lee, that dude's got more energy. He makes me tired watching what he does. It seems like every show he's like, I just want to change it up. He will rip his whole baffle out and rebuild it all.
I need to ask him where that energy comes from. He doesn't do any drugs. Maybe he just drinks coffee all day.
It's inspirational.
Yeah.
He's got so much energy to just rebuild between every show. So it'll be an entirely new setup, really. I think since he's rebuilt it, bringing it to Slamology, come check it out. He's got a ton of power in there. It's all new big express van. It's a big
Right.
van similar to ours.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, he
24
did a
12s
different
in it.
vehicle?
Yeah, he's got a whole new vehicle.
He probably
now.
tore apart. The other one was just getting wrecked.
Totally.
It-
Oh yeah, he
dude.
had to
I feel
rebuild those
okay.
doors so many times.
Dude,
He
that thing
bought
was
a newer, bigger vehicle so we could cram
ridiculous.
more stuff in it. And then Loud Grandpa, he's supposed to be coming back. He's going to be in our booth.
Yep.
And right now, that's it. I know for vehicles, we got those 5,
Okay.
4. No, yeah, 5.
That's Carrie Stahl.
Carrie Stahl.
Yeah,
Yep.
Carrie Stahl.
Yeah, Carrie and Chris were in our booth last year. And,
JP.
and they loved it. So the way I understand it right now is explained today because we're shifting down for Incriminator to get next to us instead of across from us.
Right.
And JP's sliding in between us. So
Okay,
it'll
there
be
you go.
Incriminator, JP, and us.
Nice.
So we're kind of squeezing to get him in there. And JP's
Yep.
a dealer for us, dealer for Incriminator, so we can
That works.
share him a little bit, or I
Yeah.
don't know. We're gonna squeeze and make some room to get him in
For
between us. and
those
slide
of
him in
you
there.
that have not heard JP's most
pretty-
recent build
It's
is
pretty nasty, man.
freaking ridiculous. First off, it looks really good.
It's loud.
Hurt my ear holes a
James
little
Taylor
bit.
did a kick-ass job on it.
Yeah,
And
and he's in the works of getting a new wrap right now, also.
yep, yes he is. I saw that. And hopefully, and I don't know if that'll be unveiled at Slam. Hopefully it is. That'd be cool.
I've only seen pictures of it in the shop, getting the old stuff pulled off, and he posted some of the sketches online.
Yep. He wanted people to pick
Yeah,
and
get
choose. I think
people
there was
to
like 4
pick the
different ones.
A, B, C, D. And
Right.
I don't know. I haven't seen any posts of what he's going with. I don't know anything. I kind of hope he keeps it a secret and just shows up with it. I think I
That'd be
like
cool.
surprises.
Kind of like we're gonna do with the F650.
Yes,
Oh, are you competing?
I
at
will
Slam?
be competing.
That's gonna be a bitch to
I'll
try to
admit-
figure out.
Because of we've been so busy here. Like, I feel like this has been a record week for us. I've shipped so much freight this
Oh,
week.
yeah?
It's unreal.
Well,
Like I
if
said,
it makes you feel any
the
better,
reason I was
Derek,
late because
you're
I had 3
probably right.
trucks showing up today. I had to load.
You're probably right. This month was actually seeming kind of mediocre, and then now we significantly exceeded last year's May. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
so this last week has been pretty intense.
And
We
it's-
just brought on a new dealer
helped a
for
lot.
the Charlotte area, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's helped a lot. We got Travis back for the summer.
Yeah.
Travis
Yeah.
is out of
Yeah.
college,
He's helping
so
you,
he's,
right?
he's back here on the intern. Now he's helping me in shipping. So as fast as I can get skids finished up and shipped out, he's pulling new ones.
right.
And it's been a nonstop revolving door out there all
Do
week.
I don't know if I should say this live. Do we need any more summer interns? Should we get a couple more summer interns?
Well, there's honestly there's a lot of shit going on with me trying to buy this building, so I don't know if that's going to happen.
Gotcha.
I heard some good news about the building today.
It's going well. They're asking me all this crazy shit. Like tomorrow, they're going to come take my blood at my house because I got to buy more life insurance. You know how many times I've had to buy more life insurance?
I do. I know.
Anytime Jake makes a huge purchase, he has to get more life insurance.
Mhm.
Of the things that have went on just trying to purchase this building, it's been some of the craziest stuff.
They're asking the
I've
most
ever
ridiculous
heard of with
questions.
buying some property.
Elizabeth
Yeah.
will come in my office and ask like the most craziest questions about what we do, just business questions that she may not know. Like, I don't even remember. It's just the wildest shit. Like, who wants to know this information and why?
How many times has Brian shit a day?
Well, I mean, when you can say
3 to 4.
to buy a building, you had to give a blood sample. It's preposterous.
Yeah.
This sounds like it cannot be real, but
I
this
don't
is
do
real.
so good with that either.
It's
I
like
gotta,
making a
lay
deal.
down. I gotta lay down and shit.
It's like you're trying to make a deal with the devil. Yeah, you pass out and shit, don't you? When you
Well,
give
if I lay
blood?
down, I don't. Because it doesn't actually bother me. It's just like a
I have
reflex.
a funny story about passing out after
Yeah?
giving blood. So the one and only time I ever gave blood, it was senior year in high school, and the Red Cross, big ass,
Bloodmobile.
yeah, bloodmobile would come pulling up. and be like,
Hillary
"Hey,
Clinton was taking all your blood.
all you kids that want to give blood, like, first off, why would they do that to high school kids? You don't. I don't think that's right. But anyway,
It's all
So,
the
of course-
Democratic vampires, right, Brian?
yeah, I wanted to give blood because I thought it was cool. I just, whatever. So I go in the van, I give the blood, and then my next class just after that was automotive class. And that day we were cutting up cars to
What
bring.
was the teacher's name for that again?
Mr. Fox was my teacher.
Okay. Was
Kick-ass
that the Mr. Fox that used to be the vice principal and shit?
No, this guy that had the leg that he had the gimp walk. He
Okay.
was an awesome dude,
Coach,
by the way.
who was the guy that did the brick? Was that Mr. Work?
No, Mr.
Did we
shit.
have Mr. Work?
The brick guy was Reap, John Reap.
Well, we had
Or-
Mr. Work too. Was that before your time?
I don't know. Jake's a few years ahead of me when it comes to the school.
And
that we
my
went
weight
to.
training teacher was his name was Bruce Hurt. So like Coach Hurt was our weight
Hey,
training
Mr.
teacher.
Shell. Anyway,
Well,
to
I
get
had
back,
Mr. Shell the third year.
he was fucking awesome, by
Yeah.
the way. Anyway,
Mr. Chamberlain.
that's exactly how it went. I had automotive class, and that day it was hot outside. It was almost like the end of the school year, so it was like summertime almost. And we were cutting up cars. I was outside cutting up some metals to get it to fit in something, and I just passed out. And then I just woke up with somebody tapping me
So
after I gave blood.
I tried to give blood in college. I didn't always have the pass out thing. It like developed when in my 20s, I guess. So I was in college. I was like, yeah, I'm going to give blood. Fuck yeah. So I did, and I sat down, and I was like, all right, this is cool.
Something weird
And
happened to you in your 20s, Jake. 'cause
Yeah, and
that's also when you got celiac disease.
Yeah, and I'm like giving blood and stuff, and I'm like, all right, well, this is not good. So I told the guy that was taking my blood, I said, hey, I just want to let you know I'm about to pass out. And he goes, well, you look fine. I said, well, I'm just saying it's happening. And then I passed the fuck out. And it ruined my whole day. Like, I had to go back to my room and like sleep the rest of the day and everything. It just like total killed me. And ever since then, like
How's your blood flow in
it's
general?
fine. Like I'm relatively healthy.
Huh.
Anytime they take a little bit of blood on me, I have to lay down.
It's weird, man. That's weird.
Or if I get a shot with a lot of volume. Like I got a cortisone shot in my shoulder once.
Yeah?
I had to lay down for that.
A lot of volume. Just a lot of
Liquid volume.
Yeah.
Like a flu shot is okay.
That's just really
Let's
weird, man.
tank your blood pressure. Or
I don't
something.
know. That's
For some
weird.
reason.
Freaking
Body
just
just
pass
It's okay.
out.
When I take a
reacts.
shit in the middle of the night, I pass out. You know all about that.
strain a little too hard.
Yep. That one time I had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, he did.
What's the maximum voltage an SAX 200.4 can do? That's going to be
back,
about...
we gotta go back up.
Well, I'll answer this one real quick. That should be 15.9 volts is the highest you ever want to put on that amp. And that would be the version 2. Now, the version 1 was good up to 18.9.
That was a Class AB. They pretty much don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah. So when it comes to a pallet of ZV5s and the weight, it depends on size. So ZV5 12s, I'll let y'all do the math yourselves. They're boxed up, all packed. They're 89 pounds per box, and we can fit as many as 30 on a pallet. When it comes to 15s and 18s, the 15s are 95 pounds, 18s are 105, and there's 16 to a skid.
So what Derek is saying is
So-
that he is slanging that weight.
Yes. And we stack them by hand, and up until yesterday, we got our pallet wrapper in. We wrapped them all by hand. And
Yeah, we got an automatic pallet
Let's
wrapper
talk
now.
about that shit.
I
I
am happy. I
Yeah.
am so happy.
So Derek's never happy. He's smiling. Look at him. Look at him.
I'm super happy we got this
So
pallet
this is a
wrapper.
cool story, guys. I
There's
got
a smile.
Two
Smile
days
for the
in a row.
camera,
Yesterday
Derek.
we got the pallet wrapper, and I had a huge smile on my face. And today we picked up the 650 with its new wrap, and I
So
had a
Derek
huge
likes
smile on my
anything that
face.
says wrap in it.
Yeah.
So the reason we got this pallet wrapper now is we were going to buy one, but it was like the prices were like astronomical.
Mm-hmm.
I had a shitty day a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was like, Brian, fuck this. We're going to the cigar lounge in Statesville.
Yep. We
So
wanted
we
to
just-
try it out because I've
We
never
just
been there.
fucking left. Went to the cigar lounge. We sat down, and this young guy walks back, and I think Brian was like, "Hey man, what's your name?" You know, and he's like, I'm Mason. What's up, man? And we were like, well, what do you do, bro? And he's like, oh, I work at a packaging company.
At first, because he asked us if we needed anything. And
Yeah.
at first I was like, well, we've got suppliers, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then I don't even know how the whole pallet wrapper thing came about.
Well, I was just like, I buy a lot of packaging and shit. I'm looking at buying a pallet wrapper. Them sons of bitches are really expensive. He just happened to know. He went to college for packaging and shit.
Right.
So he like knows what he's talking about. He's like, oh no, we got this thing and it's like about this much money. I said, how much? And he goes, it's about this much. And I was like, bro, you got yourself a sale if that's how much it costs.
It's like half the price.
I remember when him and the older salesman, they came here and started talking to us and seeing what we did. And when they told me, it was like, get it
Yeah.
right now. It's that
Yeah.
cheap. Order it.
Yeah, that's what he told me at the lounge, and he was right because he knows what he's talking about. I was like, dude, you just saved me like $6,000.
Yeah.
And so then I ended up, because that's his job. I was like, all right, bro, what how much for packing paper? So I bought 9 pallets of packed paper from this kid. He's 23. I guess he just started. So he's like, yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's probably happy right
And
Oh,
now
he's
he's
totally
he's
happy.
quoting me on like the bags. He's quoting me on like the foam. He's quoting.
They'll be here Monday. Well, so he came yesterday with the tech to show us how the wrapper, everything, new pallet wrapper. They're coming back Monday with another tech to talk about the foam packaging.
Oh yeah, we're looking at getting
all the custom.
We're looking at getting an Instapack machine. Yeah.
The custom.
The ones where
machine.
you actually spray it into the back. Okay, cool.
Yep, we can do all the custom molded expanding foam packaging.
So to all
Get the
the
whole
to all,
system.
to all the haters, we're putting a lot of money here locally in America.
Yeah.
All the money's not going to China, guys. I got news for
Oh,
you.
don't get me started on that. Everybody that's wants you to just keep the jobs here, like, man, we got like 20 people that work here, and this
Yeah.
wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the made in China stuff.
That's very
Like
true.
the made in China stuff is a bulk of the sales,
And
and if
we're-
we couldn't have them made in China, they wouldn't exist, and these jobs wouldn't exist.
Correct.
Our jobs are here because of the product we can import
Those
from China.
big, beautiful woofers, the custom ones, the X series all the way up to the
So
T
I actually
series.
came
those
up
are
with an
built
interesting
here.
stat, Derek. If a customer that goes into a dealer or goes to Down for Sound or whatever, and they purchase a Sundown product, 75% of their purchase price stays in America.
Look at you and your math.
I actually calculated. I did a whole spreadsheet on it because I like numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you-
75% of your purchase, and their other 25%, it just doesn't disappear and just go to China forever. No, that 25% goes back to buy more shit, of which 75% of that cycle stays in America. We're already winning. We're winning. We're getting 75% of the money. They're getting 25%. How is that not winning? I feel like Charlie Sheen, winning.
yeah.
Can I have another beer,
Yeah,
please?
Nobody thinks about the jobs it creates here or how well companies can do
Yep.
here by providing a
Thank
less
you.
expensive product by having it manufactured
So
in
I
China.
read some interesting statistics,
It only
Derek.
helps the consumer.
I
It
shared-
makes your products cheaper.
I shared this online. I said someone was like, "Well, there's so much. All of our money's going to China. What percentage of total consumer spending? This includes rent, healthcare, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. How much of that do you think goes to China?
I have no idea.
Would you just guess?
I
This boggled my
I
mind when you
can't.
told me the other
a
day.
dollar.
Sto-
I have no idea.
Percentage wise.
All right, start the question over again.
Percentage of total consumer spending. How much of that money do you think goes to China?
I'm gonna go with. It's low. I know it's low, but I'm gonna go with 10%.
3%.
Which is a whole lot lower than I thought.
Total of all goods sold in America, just goods. So consumer spending can't count services and things like that. All goods in America, what percentage do you think that we import as a country of goods?
I'm gonna go with 25%.
11%. So there's a lot of political jacking off and shit about 3% and 11%. They're making it sound like it's like night and day, and
Oh,
our
yeah,
country's going to like burn to the ground.
It's killing America.
Yeah.
The-
Don't
the
get me
only
wrong.
thing
Don't
that
get me wrong. I love making shit in America, and I do more of it every year.
The only thing that I can say about all this is yes, that we do need to get more industry back into America. Yes, that is true. But the way they're going about it is just not right.
I mean, it's here. Don't
But-
think it's left. It's still here.
But why are we
It's just that
why are
we-
we fighting tooth and nail over 3% of consumer spending?
it would
and
be
11%
nice.
of
It
total.
would be nice to bring it back for the whole, bring the jobs back to America.
But Brian,
thing.
I thought that we have record low unemployment already.
I believe we
on,
do.
on the book,
So
statistically,
so then who's going to do those jobs, Brian?
statistically we do. Actually, and
The
here's
other people that aren't working.
I just I had to look this up this week because I like to watch. It was a Micro. I like to watch Micro. He's very inspirational. Total blue collar worker.
Yeah, totally.
I relate a lot, and so right now it is going by the statistics, which I get are always they can be skewed here and there because of different things, but like statistically right now we are with a record low unemployment, lower than it's ever been in history.
Mhm.
And there's different variables.
There is labor
that-
participation and all that
Yes,
too. Yeah.
there are different variables, so we can't just say. But on top of that, available jobs are almost at a record high. It's like 7.5 million available jobs right
There
now.
goes that
And for the-
automation shit.
For the first time in like forever, there are more jobs available than there are people statistically
Right.
on unemployment.
Correct. So where are we going to get all the people if we bring this industry back? Because we're keeping immigrants out too.
Yeah. And on top of that, the part of the problem that you can put your finger and say this is it is a lot of it is skilled labor.
Yeah.
Which will happen
Skilled.
if we bring the industry back. You have to have skilled labor. You can't just you can't take your McDonald's burger flipper and put them into a skilled position.
Right.
It can't always happen. So
So how many truck drivers do you think we can train to be artificial intelligence programmers, Derek?
it's good.
All of them.
It's gonna be rough.
Here's another interesting statistic that I learned. This is I'm a very global person, and I realize that there's a whole world out there.
Do you believe in
and-
globalization?
It's inevitable. You have to trade and all that is inevitable. As technology progresses, we're all more interconnected.
I'm not a fan
The
of
world
globalization.
becomes more interconnected. I mean, you can make your country an island, and then the United States has a big thing. We want to be the best in the world, right? You can't be the best in the world by yourself. You need a team.
Mhm.
You need to work
yeah.
together.
You
so
gotta have a global economy.
this is a super interesting statistic to me. I'm reading a book called The Rise of the Robots about the future of automation. And they say that outsourcing is the first step towards automation. So they outsource, then automate.
Yeah.
That's kind of the cycle. But this was fascinating to me. You know, China and India have a lot of people. So think about this. If you take only the top 5% smartest people in China and India, okay, just the top 5% smartest people, that's equal to half of the entire population of the United States. And so we need to work really hard. We need
Yeah.
to cooperate.
There's
with-
probably some really smart people too.
Yes, and we need to work together, like, to make things better. And they're kicking out people that graduate college. They're like, I'm sorry, there's no room for you. Go back to your home country, you freaking genius. You know,
A lot of them get schooled here. And
I have
then
a
go back
friend.
home,
I have a
yeah?
friend, Faraz. He's originally born in Pakistan, ended up in the UAE, and he moved from the UAE to the United States. And it took him almost 10 years to become a citizen. But he came here on like one of those like genius visas or something.
All right.
It's like the gifted program. I think they call it the genius visa. So and it
Nice.
took him that long, and they didn't even want him. They didn't even want him to come. He ended up getting married and having a kid and stuff before they would even consider him.
Damn.
And I read his new employer is like so proud of him. They wrote like a profile of him on their website. He was like 8 years old programming shit. I think he was like, I don't remember the age. I'm paraphrasing. He was like 12, and he wrote some accounting software that they were selling to firms in the Middle East for $1,000 a license. He was like 12 years old.
That's pretty kick-ass.
Yeah, I always knew he was really smart, and I was like, God damn, I didn't know Fuzz was. That's what we call him, Fuzz, even though his name's Faraz. I was like, damn, that guy's smart as shit. You know, and our country was resisting making him a citizen.
I'm gonna say that the more products we can have made in China, and the more we can import them, that's the more employees we need here to unload containers and test subwoofers and stack pallets and load freight.
Yep.
So the more
more technical
we can
support we
do,
need.
the more American jobs we're creating. You know, and it's
Hang
not like the job wouldn't exist if we could not do that. So
You heading out? Oh. I was going to go ahead and probably end it here in the next minute or so.
Yeah. We're doing the show. We're not done yet.
He just takes phone calls.
keep your pants on.
Yeah, Jen, so I've only had beer.
You went somewhere.
So the last time, I don't know if you folks that are watching have seen, last time we did a live show, I was hammered. And so I sat over there at the, it was a view that was similar to this right here. And I sat at the end of the table, and I kept drinking whiskey. I kept drinking, and my pants came off. So, sorry.
So y'all
Look-
got a little wild.
It got wild. For me, at least. I don't know about anybody else. I don't really remember much of that night,
This
dude.
is why you need to do a live show
Yeah.
from Slamology while hammered
Yeah.
and let it get wild.
Just say all sorts of fucked up stuff, huh?
Matter of fact, just let the audience know. Come to Slamology, get a chance to get on the live show.
There you go.
My big recommendation: wait till towards the end of the day, maybe on Saturday. Or if y'all actually coming up Friday. I mean, I don't know.
We could do
Friday-
a show
Friday
before
will-
the show.
I'm gonna say Friday will still be kind of quiet if you did it Friday.
We could do it at the
like
hotel.
Friday
I'm back.
afternoon from there, it'll still be kind of quiet. I know the problem with Saturday is the noise gets crazy, so you'd have to wait till the end of the day. That's
Yeah.
what I was.
I would rather do it like at the
Yeah, if it's
hotel
Friday.
because there's a lot of people that we know that go to that
No,
hotel.
totally. Get there Friday and come to the show because we all hang out there at Slamology while we go and find out where our booth's going to be and get the initial stuff set up.
The show's Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
So, but I was thinking about doing it on Friday.
Yeah, we're
We'll
going
just
to be
do-
there. We'll be at the show Friday though. Is what I'm saying. We always have to get there and drop some stuff off.
Oh,
and
that's just
like,
a drop off because there's people in and out.
whatever.
At that
We're
time.
still going to be there.
Yeah. I've actually never done it on Friday. Like I know you and Brandon always just drop off. I've never actually been there when you drop off. So
Yeah,
maybe
it's
I'll do
a
it.
party on Friday. As soon as you get there.
At the hotel. It's definitely a party. People are out
Yeah.
there all night long.
You get there, you find the chick with the cooler on the back of her golf cart, and just tell her you need shots.
There you go.
Is that how that works?
That's how that works.
What's her name again? I forgot her name.
I'm not gonna say her name.
Okay.
Just if you see a cooler on the back of a golf cart, wave them down, stop them by you, kid here. I need some of them shots.
So the
Just
first
know
year,
that's what's in there.
the first year I ever went to Slamology,
Pro tip:
This-
Slamology.
the same thing happened to me that happens to a lot of people. I Slamology'd too hard. and I passed out
I
underneath
did my first year as well.
Yep. I remember your sunburn.
That's a rare occasion.
Because
but
I didn't go that year. I
Slamology
remember
too
when
hard.
you came back that year. Holy shit, you were red as fuck. I passed out. I drank too much, passed out underneath the Tahoe, which had train horns, and then they used the train horns to wake my ass up, and then I immediately got up, walked to the wood line, and threw up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you
I,
did.
awesome.
I Slamology till we were still inside the circle track then, and I Slamology till I passed out on the ground, and nobody knew what to do with me, and they just left me there
In the grass.
I woke up that night, just woke up and looked down, like, oh, I guess it's over with. Okay, I was just there by myself.
I can't make it to Slam, but I'll be watching the show live. All right, Mr. Demo Limo. Demo Limo, that'd be cool to see. Bring it
Yeah,
to the show.
I'm interested.
I would love to see a Demo Limo.
Hey, Andy. Yes, Donnie will be at Slam.
Jimmy's coming this time. isn't he?
Jimmy's coming. Me,
Is he really?
yeah,
Yep.
me, Brandon, Jimmy, Brian, Jake, Donnie. That's all I know as far as
I
from
think
here.
that's it.
I think that is it.
We'll all be there, signing autographs. Come to the booth, check it out, take some selfies.
Selfies
Autographs are
and stuff.
free. We won't charge you.
The booth next to us, though. That's where you got to pay. You guys want to end it here?
All right.
All right, let's go ahead.
I
And,
don't see any questions.
all right, well, let's say bye to that camera so I can do a thumbnail later. Thank you very much, folks, and don't forget to share.
It's the loudest show around. Sundown After Dark with your host Brian Chamberlain. Presented by Sundown Audio.